Probably help if I turn the fucking mic on. Okay. Welcome back to the Sorry I'm Not Home podcast. This is episode motherfucking 10. Dude, we did it. We made it to double digit. I fucking hope it's only episode 10 and I didn't just blow that. I do this every week. Every week, like I'm consistent. Let's talk about that. Let's just start. This is going to be an old-fashioned rant. Man, I am so inconsistent with this, and like, I guess it really doesn't matter, but like, for like my own like sanity to keep like a schedule, it would be so much better if I could just be consistent. And like, honestly, it's so hard. It's not even that like I don't have time or anything. I'm unmotivated, man. And we're off to a great start. Already burping. Beer's kicking in. But dude, we did it. That means 10, like half an hour a piece. Give or take. That means there's 5 fucking hours of me just talking for no reason at all. Sick. Also, I like played back one the other day and... Okay, sorry. Maggie and Oliver playing. I played back one the other day and oh my god, it is so bad. Like, the sound, I'm so sorry. Like, I just can't figure out how to get rid of that fucking fuzziness. Like, I have a soundboard. I've played with it. I've looked up tutorials. And, like, honestly, still nothing happens. And it blows my mind that I can't fucking figure it out. So you're going to deal with this fucking, like, static TV in the background. And now that I pointed it out, it's going to be the only thing that you can hear. But that's what I do. You know? That's for you. That's my gift from me to you. So, what's new in my life? Welcome to the ASMR podcast of me drinking beer. I'm pretty sure I make that every week. I make that joke every week. Nice, Jake. Good job. But yeah, what's new in my life? Honestly, not a whole lot. Like, new job's going well. Hopefully, I don't have to fucking do it for forever. You know how it goes. Dreams and aspirations. The American dream. But fuck, what are we doing? Shay and I are going on vacation at the end of this week, and I'm psyched, dude. Like, we're going to see, I'm adjusting the mic, sorry. We're going to see like one of our like favorite YouTubers do like stand up, and his name's Curtis Connor. If you haven't seen him, check him out. But so like originally we were going to go to Phoenix, right? Cuz that was like the nearest show, and it was only like I think like an 8-hour drive or something. No, that can't be right. Like 6 hours? So yeah, okay, it doesn't matter. But then like I waited till payday to buy the fucking tickets, and of course VIP sold out, and that's like a weird thing to say. I mean, like VIP is not that expensive at least. And I think it's only like $30 more a ticket, so you might as well do it, you know. So we looked at like what else is near, you know, and we're like, oh cool, like there's one in Salt Lake City and Utah, if you didn't know. And like I don't know, like, so I really thought Salt Lake was a lot fucking closer than it is, because like I don't know, I was like, Utah, like that's one of those bordering states, you know, like Four Corners is right there, like how far could Salt Lake? Fucking Salt Lake is at the top of Utah, man. Essentially, we're driving halfway across the United States up, like, to get there. Oh, God. On a roll right now. So that's going to be fun. Like, I love road trips. They're super fun. But I feel like it's more the coming back that sucks. Because going there, it's all a fucking adventure. It's like, this is fun, you know? But on the way back, like, you have a goal. Like, you're trying to get somewhere. In a certain amount of time, preferably. And, like, I don't know, maybe that's the trick. Maybe we gotta just, like, stop on the way back or just fucking have an adventure. But, yeah, like, I don't know. Like, okay, so it's far as shit, dude. Like, it says on Google Maps that it's, like, 9.5 hour drive. But everybody I've talked to says that it's a lot closer to fucking, like, 12. So that's going to be a blast, literally spending half a day going there, you know, like, okay, I'll put it this way. say we leave at 6 in the morning, right? And we nail it. Like, we don't stop for shit, including gas. If it's 12 hours, that means that we're going to be there at 6 at night. And I know that's not going to happen, right? So you factor in all the bathroom breaks, eating, sightseeing, all the fun parts of a road trip, but it just means that we're going to be driving for like fucking probably 14 hours worth of the day. Like, that's a lot of fucking bathroom breaks, but you get my point. Getting out, stretching, all that shit. It's going to be fun. I promise. I'm not just being a downer. But I don't know, man. Like, I'm super psyched. I've never been to Utah. Have I? I don't know. That makes me think now because, okay, so I was looking for things to talk about, like, on the podcast, and I looked at Twitter. I looked at Twitter to see what was trending. I was like, that'll be good, like, talking points, at least to see. And there was a hashtag trending saying, I think it was like boycotting the union, right? And my dyslexic ass just fucked it up so bad. And I read it for some reason as the Boy Scouts of the Union. I was like, what the fuck is going on there? Like, why are the Boy Scouts trending? And then I started thinking, I was like, I wonder if it's like the gender separation thing, or if it's just like, like, I didn't even, oh, that's nice and loud. I hope you guys could hear that. Like, it could have been anything, right? And I was like, what the fuck? Like, what's going on now? And then I click on it, and it's like Theodore Roosevelt and like all these like press conferences from the fucking like White House and all this shit. And I was like, huh, this really like got up there, like, damn, like they diddling kids again or something, or like, just such a casual statement. But I don't know, it just got me thinking, because I was like, what the fuck? Like, what did they do? Like, I mean, my experience in the Boy Scouts wasn't great, but it wasn't like anything bad. It's just fucking miserable. Like, I don't know, dude. Fucking, the Boy Scouts was ridiculous. Like, I don't know. Okay, let's start with like little things. So you had to work for fucking merit badges to move up in these like essential ranks, right? So it's like, how fucking stupid the ROTC kids are? Sorry if you're an ROTC kid. Anyway, but like, it's essentially the same concept, that you've got like your kids that are in it that are way too fucking serious about it. You've also got like the damn, what were the leaders called? Like pack leader, I don't know. I can't fucking remember. That's that memory. But fuck, what was I talking about? Boy Scouts. But like, you had those guys that were way too fucking serious about it. You had the dads that were way too serious about it. And then you had like kids like me that were like, this is just something to do, and I'm pretty sure my parents signed me up for it to get me the fuck out of the house and get me off their hands. Maybe make some friends along the way. And like, I guess it was fun, like camping out and all that, but like, honestly, I feel like every fucking time there was just people I didn't like. Like, I had friends, but they were like, how like work friends are, that like, you're friends with them at work, but you like outside of work, you're like, all right, I'm never going to talk to that person. And like, it's essentially that. Like, you had friends in that group that were like, all right, like, we're camping together. And then after that, you're like, I hate you and don't ever talk to me again. And so, like, I feel like it was just a bunch of those people that you're like, oh, fucking, like, all right, you're all right to hang around with. And, like, camping alone is super fun as an adult, or, like, on your own, like, with your friends, whatever. But when it's, like, an organized thing and you've got shit to do, like, it just takes all the fun out of it. I feel like the fun in it is there's nothing to do. You kind of just find your own path, find things to do, and, like, have a good time, like, off the grid. But, like, when you gotta fucking go camping, right? And you show up and it's dark, and then you gotta set up fucking tents, and then you gotta come together for some kind of bullshit meeting and talk about your goals and aspirations in life. Oh, and then to make things better, I was part of, like, the Mormon church, like, their Boy Scouts. That's how they got me in the Mormons. I'm not Mormon now, but that's a story for another day. But, like, those, oh my God, those are on a whole nother level of like just making it about something it's not, you know? Like, I feel like it's set up to be like adventure and learning new skills and life skills and just like having fun and being like a kid essentially. And then like you take that all away and then it's like in the Mormon Boy Scouts it was like there was prayers and there was like, damn dude, I hope you guys can't hear this fucking like dinging sound from the messages, but I guarantee you can. But what was I saying? Yeah, just like, I don't know, they blew it out of proportion, so that was super wild, I guess is the best way to explain it. Then like I feel like the ultimate thing, like I did make a video about it and it was like the Boy Scouts like Klondike trip, I think it was called. And that fucking trip sucked, dude. It was, you'd go camping in the snow and like, I don't know, I feel like I'll put it this way, like Walmart only sells camping shit like at a certain season of the year. Usually it's in the summer. Like rarely do they have the tents on display and all that shit during the winter, because nobody wants to go fucking camping during the winter. There, I said it. You know, I got it off my chest. And I don't know, man. Like, fuck the Boy Scouts. That's the moral of my story. Fuck the Boy Scouts. How the fuck did we get here? What was I even talking about? Trending on Twitter or something? Like, damn. I don't know. Anyway, that's why we record it, so we can listen back, right? I'll be honest, there's nothing like more narcissistic than listening to like your own podcast. That's pretty rough. Like, especially because I listen to it in the car just to like preview them before I put them up and make sure like there's nothing that I said that's too fucked up or like, I don't know. I guess the quality to hear it, that it's not unbearable, which doesn't really make sense because they're all pretty bad. But, so, like, I listen to it in the car, and it's, I don't know, so narcissistic, because you're just, like, you gotta think, this is 20, 30 minutes of me just rambling. So it's me listening to me ramble while I think about the shit that I rambled about. Like, that's the most narcissistic fucking thing I could even think of. But, you know, I do it every time I make one of these. Damn, I wanted to have a guest on here so bad, and like everybody bailed. So let me know if you want to be on here. It's a lot less awkward than me just staring at the fucking wall talking. Damn, there's like no conclusion to that Boy Scout shit. But my other talking point was not the trending boycott America or boycott the Union. Was okay. So I started watching like HBO shows, right? My homie gave me his password, sue me. And I blew it off for a really long time. I was like, okay, yeah, I'll watch, you know? And then I started a show called Succession, and I just wasn't feeling it. Like, I hear a lot of good things about it. I hear that you got to get through, like, episode 6 to really, like, get into it. And, I'm sorry, dude, but 6 fucking episodes to, like, get in the vibe of a show? That's fucking awful, dude. That's like me telling you, okay, read this book, and then the last chapter, that's when you'll really get into it. I'm like, you what? Like, nothing else in the fucking world works like that. If I told you that, like, I don't know, let's take Subway or any fucking restaurant. Yeah, Subway's not a good restaurant. One sec. Hey! Why are you barking? Welcome to my existential crisis. My bud. Talking to Oliver. Succession. Yeah. Okay. Yeah. Like, so if I was like to, I don't know, refer you to like even a restaurant, and I was like, trust me, dude, by that last bite, you'll fucking love that steak. But up until that point, fucking trash. Like, what? Like, you wouldn't go to that fucking restaurant, would you? So anyway, started watching Succession, wasn't really feeling it, and I just kind of gave up on it. And like the whole reason I like downloaded HBO to start watching shows was to watch Chernobyl, And oh my god, don't even get me started on that shit, dude. I'm going to hit it with the spark notes, because otherwise I'm just going to fall down this goddamn rabbit hole. I finally watched that, right? So, like, I blew that off for so fucking long, and then I was like, you know what? I've run out of shows to watch when I launch. Oh, I'm going to download HBO on my phone and watch it. And I did, and oh my god, dude, it was phenomenal. Like, throughout the whole thing, like, even, I'd say the first fucking 10 minutes, you're sitting there, and you're like, huh, this was a real thing. And then it just keeps going. You're like, this was a real thing. And then each episode, you're like, dude, this fucking happened. Why does nobody talk about this? And I just kind of kept falling down the rabbit hole. And every day after lunch, I'd talk with like my coworker and just be like, what the fuck, dude? Like, how did this shit happen? And nobody really talks about it. And he's like, well, I mean, it's talked about. And I'm like, I mean, it is, but it's not. Like, all right, spark notes. Chernobyl, 1986, in Russia, nuclear power plant has a meltdown, right? And, like, not even a meltdown, like, the fucking core explodes. The worst man-made disaster in all of human history, right? Now, just to remind you, this is 1986, only, like, 34 years ago. And this is my math right there. Add the 4, that brings us to 90, another 10, and then 20, yep, 34. Okay, so 34 years. 34 years, dude. That's 13 years older than me. Like, I don't, like, see, this is what I was talking about. This is why I asked you not to get me started on it. Fucking, this meltdown happened, this disaster happens, right? And, like, throughout the first, I'd say 5 days, nobody's taking responsibility. Nobody wants to believe it's happened, because supposedly this reactor can't fucking explode. So everybody's like, yeah, it didn't explode. And these people are like, I saw it. It's gone. Like, it's not there. They're like, no, it didn't happen. They're like, it did. No. And so this for 5 days, right? And they're like, they have these like gamma readers, like radiation readers, and the average personal use one only goes up to like 3.6, right? And whatever the goddamn measurement is, because I can't remember, but I wanted to say gigawatts, but that's not right. Okay, so it only goes up to 3.6. They're like, oh, that's not that bad. It's not that great, but I've seen worse, right? And this is the consistent theme for way too damn long. And then finally, like, the government brings in a real, like, reader to, like, make sure, like, how bad the radiation levels are. And they drove up to the building, not even in the building. They drove up to it, and it was at 15,000. Now, I don't know much about radiation, but if one person's saying it's 3.6 and the other saying it's 15,000, I'm going to go with it's not fucking good, dude. Like, anyway, this shit goes on for way too long, and honestly, I don't really solve the problem. Like, they just kind of avoid, like, the entire world fucking dying, which is sick and not talked about enough. And that's what I'm talking about, man. Like, so the only reason I knew Chernobyl was a thing was, is it Chernobyl or Chernobyl? Chernobyl? I've been fucking it up left and right. Doesn't matter. You get my point. The only reason I knew it was a thing was in one of the Call of Duty games, there's a mission where you go through Chernobyl. You have to wear radiation suits, and you're in the middle of a war. Anyway, I was like, wow, that place is fucking wild. And my dad's like, yeah, it's a real place. And I'm like, what? No, it isn't. And he shows me photos, and I was like, wow, how cool. Never really went any deeper than that. Then through time, I kind of learned it was like, oh, it's a nuclear reactor, like meltdown as a ghost town, you know. I was like, oh, okay, that's cool. And then it's like really thrown into perspective when you watch the goddamn docu-series. Like, it was so bad, dude. Probably clipping the mic by screaming into it. Anyway, this was never fucking in any of my history books. It wasn't in any of my science classes. It's not talked about enough for like what it was. And I'm not trying to be like some like activist being like, we need to talk about this shit. Like, I mean, seriously though, how the fuck is this not mentioned? I get that it's Russia. Russia's a whole different game with how they like, I don't know, disclose shit. But dude, this is out of hand. Like, I get that, like, especially during the time period, like, Russia was, like, up in arms against, like, the world, and essentially you hold power by, like, I guess, not emitting fear and not emitting, like, fuck up. Dude, I can just hear Oliver and Maggie just destroying shit. This is my life, man. But, yeah, so, God damn it. My memory, man. Okay, yeah. Not admitting fault. And, like, that's how you, like, I don't know, obtain dominance. Like, that's how you, like, display power. But, like, they just didn't ask for help. They didn't admit it. And, like, it's like they were embarrassed because they're like, the world knows. I'm like, give a fuck about the power and about, like, the infrastructure and, like, holding a reputation. Like, if you do not fix this, everybody dies. Everybody. That's you. That's everybody in the world. Like, all this shit, right? And they just didn't mention it. They didn't ask for any goddamn help. I don't know, man. I've struggled with, like, doing dump runs. Like, taking shit to the trash. I had to ask my dad for help because he has a truck. That is trash in my house. That I'm like, it's too big for my Subaru. Like, oh my God, dude. Like, one sec. Maggie, shush. So, like, that's me. And I'm not a powerful nation, as much as I'd like to believe. But fucking how, man? Like, how the fuck can you look at something that bad and not go, hey, guys, how about we just all come together? We drop the bullshit, you know? It's kind of like if you hated people, but you were in a life or death situation, you probably work together, you know? The same fuckers you don't like at work, they might become your buddy. Damn it, dude. This is the rabbit hole I wasn't trying to go down. We're already past the time of when I was supposed to stop this, but I'm not done. So you're going to listen. Now you can turn it off if you like. I understand. But, okay. So, that shit. That was a good-ass show. If you have HBO or if you have a friend with HBO, just watch it. I think it's like 5 episodes, an hour long each. Pretty good. Pretty good. Worth the watch. Now, here's the thing that I will say about HBO. Because this started me down like a rabbit hole of watching HBO shows. Because I was like, damn, that was good. It was really well put together. All like the HBO shows that I've been trying are pretty good. Except for, and you're not going to like this probably, Curb Your Enthusiasm. I couldn't get into it. Maybe it's something that's like I got to wait till the last bite of the steak to get into. But anyway. I gotta stop, like, thinking, because I just lose track. Okay, yeah, all these shows. So they're pretty good, right? Now, here's the thing. HBO, I don't know who the fuck is in charge of it, and like if it's consistent on who the directors are. I really doubt it, because they're all different shows, right? There is one consistent theme through everything on HBO. I swear that they finish production, and they go, that was really good. Okay, the story was really great. Oh, you know what? The visual effects were amazing too. And then they go, but it's missing something. What could that be? Oh, you know what it's missing? Just a bunch of dicks. Like, I swear to God, dude, every HBO show is like, you know what this is missing? More dicks. And like, there's just unnecessary dicks in every HBO show. It's ridiculous. Anyway, that's not me being homophobic. That's literally just like an observation that like, why is it so consistent in every goddamn show? Like, there's just certain things that don't need, like, I don't know. Chernobyl didn't really need dicks. Had a whole scene of dicks. Ridiculous. Going on a rant. Dude, if there was keynotes for this podcast, would have a fucking asterisk next to it and say, like, this is a transition word. Anyway. Okay, so then I went from that to Euphoria. And if you ever need to set, like, I don't know, your kid straight or set yourself straight, watch that. Because, like, drug addiction is mad, dude. Like, I understand drug addiction, right? Like, not like I understand it, you know. But, like, that didn't make any sense. I mean, like, I'm not, like, a fucking professional. But I do get that, like, it's a struggle. You know, like, it's not easy. It's not something that gets fixed overnight. And it's a process, and even once you get it like on the right track, it's fucking hard for the rest of your life. But that show, welcome back to the Sorry I'm Not Home fucking podcast, where I just talk about shows and tell you every fucking bit about them. Anyway, so that show was crazy because it was like about high schoolers and like who have like mad addiction, and just like one of the key points, I'm not going to go into depth on that show because I know it's a whole nother rabbit hole. One of the key points, the main character is Rue, played by Zendaya, who apparently doesn't have a last name, but she struggles with like drug addiction. But I guess like struggle is the wrong word, because like it's not really affecting her life, but it's like it's killing her slowly, you know, and it's killing the people around her. And it's so fucking crazy to see like her perspective, because it's like she doesn't do drugs because she's addicted to drugs. She does drugs because like it's the only time she feels happy. So essentially it's a battle with depression. And because of that, I don't know, it takes on a whole new perspective that it's like, I don't know, like understandable, I guess, that it's like you're chasing something that you can't obtain. And it's brutal, man. Like it's heartbreaking. Like that show is heavy. If you can't like deal with heavy shows, don't watch that one. Now, getting to my main point, and see if we can't fly through this so we can wrap this up. But I've really got nothing else to do tonight, so this might go on longer than it needs to. So I've been watching my most recent one. The one I'm on is it's Westworld, right? Now, you've probably seen Westworld because I'm only, I don't know, really fucking late to the party. Let's see when it came out real quick. Bear with me. I said bear with me. When did Westworld come out? Okay, 2016. So I'm only 4 years late. Sick. Anyway, this show is fucking crazy, dude. Like, here's the spark noise. Basically, it's a whole like quote unquote amusement park that's like essentially VR in real life. Like, you go into this park and it's all Western themed, hence Westworld. Anyway, and they like, there's all these like essentially robots, but like they look like people and they're kind of built like people. And they all have storylines, right? And they can like improv with you. So essentially, it's like the best way to explain it is kind of like a real life Grand Theft Auto, right? Or Red. Oh, God damn it! Fuck. Red Dead Redemption. There it is. He did it. But so on this one, right? Like, fucking crazy, dude. Like, to begin with, so these people can go in there, they can kill anybody they want, right? You can't kill other, like real people, right? Like you just can't hurt them. The guns don't kill anybody, but they kill the like robots, right? I don't get how the technology works. I'm not a fucking scientist. Anyway, like, and then on top of it, they can fuck anything they want, right? So those are like your two main keys in there. They can kill and they can fuck, right? And I don't know, man. Like it doesn't focus on that as much as you think it would. Like, it's more focused on like people getting drawn into these storylines and that there's a bigger purpose to it. Like, it's less than, okay, if you've ever played Fallout is one of the most underrated games, but at the same time fucking sucks if you don't appreciate it. Now I'm in both boats, right? Because like I played it before and I was like, wow, this is fucking wild. And then I played it another time and been like, you just like, I don't know, I don't want to do any of this. So the best way to explain Fallout is it's a free play game, but like you can interact with like basically anybody and everybody has a quest for you. So there's so much shit to do, but at the same time there's a main storyline that like you don't really follow unless like you finish everything, but like you can just say fuck them and just follow the story. Anyway, I'm getting off track. Westworld, so same kind of thing. Like everybody has like a quest and you can kind of pick like what you want to do, and so it gets people like out of their norm. And there's a like overlying theme of like the park that I don't know, that it like brings out your true self. Like that's the point in the park, but like they don't advertise it as that, to like find your true self. which is like a weird concept if you think about it. That like, I don't know, that you can say that you had no limits. You had unlimited money. You had unlimited like everything. You couldn't get in trouble. You couldn't. It's a bad choice of words because like you can get the shit beat out of you in the park, but like I don't know, like you're not gonna die. It's very realistic except for the death part. And like so, like say you had like I don't know, you were free. That's the best way to explain it. You were free, and because you're free, you kind of find yourself. You find like what your true desires are. Like if you go around murdering everybody, like it's not like in a game where like you're just killing people. It's like you're really there, and like these robots are so realistic that they have like backstories of families and like you know emotions, and like you see them like bleed out before your eyes. So it's like I don't know. It takes on a whole new perspective that it's like, can you do it? Like, would you be able to do it? And then especially if like you were going around just blasting motherfuckers, like killing everybody in sight, like you'd kind of find your true self in that. Like if you like that, then you realize you're a psychopath. And if you hated it, you're like, okay, I have morals. Like, should have said if you go around blasting people that you belong in a public school. Whoo! Nothing like a good school shooter joke. Anyway. Anyway. The show's wild. I haven't even made it through season 1, but like that's a whole nother show of like, you know what the show's missing? Dicks. Like, just so many dicks, dude. It's ridiculous. But but like, I don't know. It's wild because like, of course you're focusing on that aspect of it that you're like, oh, like you're free to do whatever you want. But like, at the same time, they're building the storyline to show you that it's like it's not about that. Like, yeah, of course you can go in, you can have your fun, but like the longer you're in there, you start to find your true self because like that's the purpose, you know. But like I don't know, it dives deeper. But I haven't finished it yet, so I don't know. And I swear to God, if you spoil it in the comments or anything, yeah, hopefully I'll be done. But damn, dude, they're so loud. So thanks for coming to my TED Talk about fucking HBO. Man, HBO's on a whole nother level. What kills me the most, right? Sorry, we're not done yet. You thought we were, but we're not done. Is in the introduction, right? They still have the exact same fucking logo introduction thing, like little scene, snippet, whatever the fuck you want to call it, from like, God, I don't know, the 80s? Like, I remember watching like stand-up specials like when because like we'd have like cable, and then like my mom would get mad at the people and they'd give us like free HBO, but so I'd like be watching like HBO, like Chris Rock and like their comedy specials and like everything, and like it was always that VHS, like the sound that you're hearing, like the fuzzing, like the I don't know how to explain it, like it's the fuzzy TV, you know, and like it does that and then it goes and then it changes into the HBO logo. And like, it's never changed, man. How the fuck are you going to have the same logo for like over 40 years? I don't know if HBO has been around that long, but I've got to imagine it has. It's one of those like king players, you know? But anyway, like that drives me nuts because I see it every episode and I'm binge watching it. So I see it and it's like, and I'm like, fucking change it, dude. Make it new. Anyway. Thanks for coming to my podcast. It's been super fun, guys, and I hope that you guys enjoy this. I hope that this one flowed better, that I wasn't on fucking Instagram Live trying to do two things at once, because your boy can't multitask. And I don't know. I hope to be more consistent. I can guarantee you I'm not going to fucking do one next week. So we're off to a great start, you know. But we made it, dude. We made it to double digits, and our next goal is triple digits. Oh my God, 90 more episodes. We'll see if we get there, but like we'll do it 10 at a time and we'll see how it goes, right? Thanks for like kicking it with me, and I really do appreciate it if you do listen, because it's just like therapy for me to just fucking rant about shit. Anyway, this has been the Sorry I'm Not Home podcast. You guys have a good night, good day, good whatever the fucking time it is that you're listening to it. Enjoy.